In today's episode, we kick off against a struggling St. George's Colts as we get off to a lovely start in the 13th minute through Aaron Dennis the Menace. And guess who comes up with a second one as Aaron Dennis at the back post on the 64th minute makes it 2-0. But he wasn't finished there, no, he wouldn't settle for a brace. Instead, he gets himself a hat-trick on the 72nd minute to make it 3-0. Now, as you can see, this was yet another dominating performance from our Robin Hood, with 26 shots to their 213 on target to their 1, a 2.35 xG to a 0.94, 8 corners to 2, 6 fouls to 28, 0 yellow cards to 4, 83% passing to 66, 63% possession to 37. But before we jump into the second catch-up game, we have some news regarding some players, and we have the cup draw. Okay everyone, with over a month's hiatus since the last episode and the FA Cup second round draw being the day before this second catch-up game, it does mean we are going to be doing things just a little bit different. First of all, we are going to head on over to the notebook where, as you can see, J-Lon Bafto has unfortunately departed us. He has gone to Northampton. I don't begrudge him though. Northampton, solid little side in League One, and as you can see, he has been playing great for us. 3 goals in 10 appearances, 2 assists and a 7.25, but now he has got an appearance in League One and he's done a solid job, a 6.7. As you can see, he's getting 1,100 per week, which in fact is exactly the same as our previously departed Antoine Russell. If we have a little look at Antoine Russell, he is playing a league below for Bradford, but he's a regular starter, got 1,100 per week, and he's even managed to get himself 3 goals in 17 appearances, an assist and a 6.45. In terms of other news though, we do have a little bit of good news, and that is Robin Hood B winning the FA Cup first round. Yes, our B team managed to pick up a 7-0 victory against St. David's Warriors. And, well, as you'll see, some of our backup strikers are pretty darn good. So we've got Mackay on the goal scorers, we've got Woolray, we've got Robinson, Woolray again, Mackay, Reeves, and then Mackay again. So, solid little job from our new additions. A hat-trick up front, left attacking mid getting himself a couple of goals, our right winger getting a goal, and a goal for the backup striker as well. Nice little job from the B team, which in fact means they are going to be joining us in this cup draw for the second round. So without further ado, let's head on over this cup draw and let's crack on with this cup. Okay, so the draw for the Bermuda FA Cup second round is made today. 15 teams will go into the hats for 8 matches to be drawn, with Premier Division sides such as Pembroke, Hamilton Club, Zebras, Robin Hood Football Club, and Western Stars Sports Club, Danby Town Hornets all entering the competition. But if we quickly head on inside, you will see we don't have just one, but we have 2 teams, as I previously mentioned. Now the question is, are either of us going to be at home? Well, the Colts are away to the Blazers. We then have the Rams against the Eagles, followed up by X-Roads being away, okay, against nobody. Is that our beat? Who is that? Have they got a bye? Okay. Hamilton Parish will verse the Trojans. The Bluebirds will verse Danby Town Hornets. Us and the B team, by the way, are left in this one. Are we going to rig it? Are we going to play our B team and just get one of us through? Wolves? No, we're away against Wolverhampton, not the Wanderers, I'm assuming. Wolves Sports Club. So we're up against the Wolves. Our B team is at home and they are going to take on the Cougars. And the Zebras shall take on the Rangers. Now, that will be an interesting thing to see, because I think our B team might have a good chance against the Cougars. The Cougars, of course, a mid-table team, a pretty decent team in the Premier League. And if the B team can manage to beat them, they will show that they are a solid Premier Division side, along with, of course, ourselves, who top the table pretty darn comfortably. So that is the draw for the Bermudan FA Cup. We'll be heading away against the Wolves later on in this episode. But for now, it is time for our catch-up game against the PHC Zebras. So I will see you after I've played this game in just a second. In what we hoped would be a triumphant return to the first team, Ceylon Miners had quite a rough game. In fact, we picked up our first loss here against PHC Zebras. Miners, along with Evans, Castle, Mr. Bean, Fairy, Thurbert, Coffee, and perhaps even a few others had some rough games in this one and left us with our first loss of the season. As you can see, Aaron Dennis the Menace did manage to get himself one in the back of the net. Unfortunately, though, that was disallowed. Now, though, it is time for our second round game in the FA Cup. So, without further ado, let's head on over to the stadium. Okay, so after the disappointment of that Zebras game, it is the big Bermudan FA Cup second round for both of ourselves and, of course, the B team. Now, we are away to Wolves and they are at home to the Cougars. Can either of us pick up victory? Will both of us lose? Who knows? But our team today will be playing on a very good pitch with 785 tickets sold from a 1,000 capacity. It's a gusty 14 degrees Celsius for this match. Now, in terms of our team, we have Hall in goal, a back line of Miners, Leverock, Star, Evans and the Castle. Hopefully our defence can be a little better than it was in that previous match. We then have Thurbert on the left, Ming on the right. In central midfield is Steve Jackson, Mr. Bean. In front of them is Coffee and Aaron Dennis the Menace up front. A bench consisting of Simmons, Edwards, Sint, Jago, Bascom, Dr. Jones, Jones calling Dr. Jones, the Goat and Nusum. As you can see, Reeves and Mackay both left to play in the B team, so hopefully they can get a few goals for them. As you can see as well, a lot of people lacking some match sharpness. That is because we did have that massive break before the prior games. So yeah, last episode and this one, there's a big gap. Our players are going to be rather lethargic, but hopefully we can bounce back. So we're favourites for a reason. Go out there and show them why. Mr. Bean likes that. The rest of them, not so much. We only have one game on recent form for them. They don't, in fact, even have a manager. So we've at least got that advantage in that we have a manager. And hopefully we can pick up a victory here today. But we've got a kick-off highlight here. So, Leverock Star trying to build from the back. Tries the ball over the top to Aaron Dennis, but it is nodded to Douglas. And that is the end of the highlight. I don't know why it gave us a kickoff highlight, only to show us that. Now, as you can see from possession, we are already dominating it. Miners, though, taking a throw-in on this left-hand side, will throw it into Ferry Thurbert. Now, Miners try to get up. Eve clears it to Hall. Rebello gets the ball out, and Evans will collect it. Evans now plays it up to Damon Ming. He's got an overlapping Castle if he wishes to use him. Pulls it back for Mr. Bean instead, though. Castle's continuing his run down this right-hand side. Evans will find him, gets it across to Ming's. Oh, Ming over the bar and far away. That is where the crowd will play. Now, 74% possession. Not too shabby. We do need to start getting our shots on target, though. We've been a bit wasteful with these shots. Coffee trying to get down this right-hand side. Pulls it back for Castle. Taylor's taking a knock for them. That's going to make it a little harder for them. Castle with a beautiful ball in for Aaron Dennis, though. 15th goal of the season. And what a beautiful time to get it here in the 13th minute of this Bermudan FA Cup second round. Now, Castle, look at this. Lovely. Drilled across the face of the box. Dennis at the near post places it into that bottom corner. And we are going to change this up. I don't like this match stats thing. So let's get that off. Let's have a little look at their team. Let's see how demoralised their players are. Now they're going for a 4-2-3-1. Oh, sorry. Hold up. They've got a Nusum. I've just realised. They've got their own Nusum. Interesting. Anyway. That got me distracted. The B team currently 0-0, which is a good sign, I guess. Guess it's a good sign. At least they're not losing in that one. But Brewer will try and build from the back for them. Gives it straight to Steve Jackson. He nods it down for Ming. Now to Bean. Bean back to Ming. They should really take Taylor off. Taylor's got a knock, and Taylor doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. He doesn't want to move very much. Castle tries to whip it across. It's nodded away by Hull, but only as far as Miners. Now, what will Miners do? Oh, it's blocked. It's fallen to Coffee, though. His shot is blocked, and it's now to Bean. Plays it back to Evans. Ball over the top, and that is a wasted opportunity. Okay. Miners, though, 25th minute. Throws it in. Coffee. Coffee gets across Steve Jackson. Whips one in. Back post. Can't get it to Ming, but Castle should be able to keep this one in. Plays it back to Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean through to Castle. Castle back to Mr. Bean once more. Now 1-2 with Castle once more. It's up to Ming. Oh, across to Dennis. It's saved. And Fairy will just run that one out. He should have left it for Bert. But instead, he just decides to run the ball out of play. And as you can see, they are yet to have a single shot. They've picked up possession. They just haven't used much of it. Also, we do need to pick up our discipline a little bit. 8 fouls to their 1 right now is not too good. But it does look like we're going to go into halftime with a lead. And guess who else is going into halftime with a lead, ladies and gents? Yes, the Robin Hood B team, through Thompson, I believe it was, have gone and got themselves a goal. We've got 11 shots to their 0, 5 on target to their absolute 0, and 0.91 XG to, well, absolute 0. They haven't had a shot. 3 corners to their 1, 10 fouls to their 1, 1 yellow card to 0, 79% passing to 67, 64% possession to 36. Our only goal, of course, coming through Aaron Dennis, and a yellow card to Evans makes up the notable things in that first half. Now, things are going well, but I know you're capable of better, especially you, Coffee. You're on 6.5. This is your second bad game in a row. Same for you, Miners. You're on a 6.4. The only problem is I can't replace Miners because we don't have anyone else to play on that wing. So, what is the plan? Right, Evans, you are on a yellow card. So we're going to take you off for Jago. You're having a decent game, but you're on a yellow card. Don't want to risk you. We then have Miners. We can't take Miners off, as I've previously mentioned, for various reasons. Now, the goat can come on for Coffee. So we'll bring on the goat. We've brought on the goat. Hopefully Billy the goat can get himself a goal, even though he's not Billy. He's Tomiko. Tomiko the goat. Doesn't quite have the same ring. But Simmons will try to build from the back here for them. Hoofs it over the top. Nasum cannot get it. And we shall collect the ball. It was in fact Thompson on the 42nd minute for that B team. Would be lovely if we could get both our team and the B team to progress through the Bermuda FA Cup. And right now we are. We're both 1-0 up. We're both having a good run of it. Mr. Bean pulls it back for Castle. Can we make it 2 here with the main team, though? Castle tries to get it up. Adams clears it away. But Dante Lever-Rockstar will be the one to collect this and come back at them. Tries the ball straight over the top to Aaron Dennis. Aaron Dennis has drilled it in the bottom right corner. That's the 16th. That's his brace. Can he get himself a hat-trick? Only time will tell. But right now, we have a lovely 2-0 lead thanks to this beautiful assist from Dante Lever-Rockstar and Aaron Dennis placing it in the bottom right hand corner. So, B team, you're the only team not to have 2 goals right now who are leading. So if you could pick up an extra goal. Oh, sorry, Zebras now want to ruin it because Mr. Bean wants to get himself hat-trick. But at one point, it was 2-0, 2-0, 2-0 with you only being on 1. So, B team, if you could go and get another goal, that would be rather nice. But right now, we would like to do another substitution. Callum Miners again, I cannot take off. So, I guess Furbert. Furbert's a little tired. He's having a bad game. Furbert, again, struggling. I believe last time out, I did end up taking Furbert off as one of the players because he was also having a rough time of things. So I guess he's going off again. Maybe Dr. Jones calling Dr. Jones and the GOAT might be starting next time out, considering Coffee and Furbert have been having rough games these past couple. So, 81st minute, they have shifted things up a little bit. Taylor is still on the pitch and I don't know why. They should really take Taylor off. He is looking lackluster since taking that nick early in the first half. And look, he's on 6.2, he's tied out. I don't know why you're not taking him off. I know you don't have a manager, so you don't have someone on the touchline making these decisions. But still, maybe your board of directors or whoever is deciding your sub should do something, because Damon Ming has just got himself a 6th goal of the season, our 3rd. You've got 3 minutes, Wolves, to get 3 goals. 3 goals in 3 minutes. I'm not seeing you doing this. Minus, beautiful cross. He's been playing bad all game, but hopefully that will boost him up just a little bit. Lever Rockstar, by the way, absolutely shattered, but he has had an outstanding game here today. Damon Ming whips it in, back post. Tucker will nod it away. Will Damon Ming get it? Yes, he does. He does manage to double back in the end. Plays it back to Steve Jackson, in fact, here on the halfway line. Jago to Bean over to Miners. Miners tries the ball over the top to Aaron Dennis. It's nodded back by Adams. To Simmons, though, for him to collect it here on the final minute of this game. I believe we are just going to finish with Taylor trying to run down this left-hand side. Okay, that is an interesting approach. Tucker will play it across to Adams. This should be their last attempt. Lever Rockstar nods it away. Aaron Dennis collects it, pulls it back for Mr. Bean. Ref, are you going to blow your whistle? It is far gone. He finally does. And we have picked up a victory. We are through to the 3rd round of the Bermudan FA Cup. We had 16 shots to their 3, 7 on target to their 0, 1.45 XG to a 0.22 in the end. They finally got some XG. 6 corners to their 1, 16 fouls to their 6, 1 yellow card apiece, 79% passing to 73, 60-40 on the possession. As you can see with that brace, an 8.2. Aaron Dennis, the menace, gets himself the player of the match. And we shall head to the dressing room, tell them that was pretty darn good. Couple of players, coffee, need to pick things up going forward, but we shall take that. And speaking of taking it, Robin Hood B team has gone and got themselves a second through Benesuau. Yeah, Benesuau. Yeah, him. That guy. P. Mr. P. He has gone and got a second goal for our B team on the 88th minute. I butchered his name several times, and I'm not going to attempt to get it right again because I will only make it worse. But that is it for today. As you can see, Youssef Thompson, our assistant manager, is quite happy with that result, as both of our teams managed to make their way through to the next round of the Bermudan FA Cup, which in fact is the quarter-finals. So we shall return for the Devonshire Cougars game, but before that we will have the cup draw, of course. So I hope to see you in the next episode. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.